Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday morning. It is day 3 of The Good Carry 2022. And this is I've watched Matt do these long endurance things, and day 3 is always the hardest. And so once he gets through today, he'll be feeling like, okay, it's all downhill from here. So he's a little sore. It's a little bit of an update. But I'm on here this morning in my beautiful backyard. I have a blanket because it's kind of cold out here and windy. But I just wanted to get on and continue to talk about this amazing cause. And we're really focusing on that this week. Why? Why does Matt do these crazy things? Like, I see him. He has so much love and compassion for people. And his gift is endurance. His gift is endurance and faithfulness. If you're a friend with Matt, you're going to be a friend with Matt for life. He's a faithful guy. And so he's out there and he loves to be able to experience what other people are experiencing. He wants to really know what it's like. And he's starting to really know what it's like to have to continually carry burdens and not have someone else. Like, he's like, this would be fine. I was talking to him last night. He's like, this would be fine if I wasn't carrying this 45 pounds on my back. This would be totally enjoyable. And when we carry each other's burdens, when we walk together and we lift each other's burdens and help people with what the weight that they have to carry, life is so much more enjoyable. And we're meant to live in community. We're meant to receive and give. They're both very important. Yesterday I went to the superstore and I was picking stuff up, just going in, going out, getting some stuff done. And I got, there was these recliners on sale. And I'm like, oh, I love these. I remember being out with Rod and Heather Gale, shout out to them, out at the monastery, and they had these kind of like recliners, but they're like campy ones, and I'm like, I need one of those for outside in Guatemala. So they were on sale, so I picked one up, and it's like packaged. It's outdoor lawn furniture, so it was slipping out of my cart. And I'm trying to get across the parking lot, like so gingerly, walking so slow to get out of the parking lot, and it's just sliding. And then this worker who was working in the front by the flowers, Tia, shout out to Tia at Superstore, she's like, can I help you? And my first instinct was, no, I'm good. Like, just such a Canadian thing, right? Hey, no, no way, I'm good. Hey, no. I wasn't kidding. I'm like, I can't steer this cart with one hand and carry this lawn chair and try to make sure all my groceries and everything stay put. It's not good. So she carried it for me. It's like walking with each other, carrying each other's burdens. This is what we really, really want to do. And why is it hard to do that? Why is it hard to receive when we've been in life? And one of the things I'm going to talk about today, I don't think you're going to be able to see it very well. It says blame and shame. Blame and shame. And that's huge in the machismo culture. And in all over the world, blame and shame is very, very common. I need to, I have to, I must. When we say these things to ourselves, and when we don't, I'm not good enough. I'm not loved. I'm not respected. I'm not needed. I'm not important. I don't have a voice. These are the words of shame. Shame says, I am not, or I am bad. I'll never change. I am hopeless. I am worthless. And shame and blame, they're kind of like twins. They kind of walk together. And I've seen this happen as a psychologist, as a counselor for many, many years. Just how this plays out. And in the machismo culture, it plays out too. When a child gets sick in Guatemala, the mom often gets blamed. Well, did you feed them right? Did you give them a bath? Are you taking care of them? It's your fault. So if it's your fault, now you have to go find the way to pay for the medical bill because the child is sick. And we all know that you can't prevent infections or the cold or the flu. It's not humanly possible. But in the culture where there is shame and blame, things that aren't our responsibility end up being perceived as your responsibility. Well, you got yourself into that mess, now you need to get out. If a woman marries the wrong guy, well, that's your bed, lie in it. And these are so common around the world. I think we can all relate to this, the power of pain, the power of blame and shame. And what we're trying to do, and we are accomplishing, is teaching people their worth. You are worth the blood of Christ. You are worth that God himself would die for you. Whether on your good days, on your bad days, it doesn't matter. You are worth that. And he took all the blame and shame upon himself so that he could have you as his very own. And so we want to rescue people from this cycle of abuse where blame and shame is used to control people. And women to know it's not my fault when my child gets sick. One thing I love, and I learned so much about the Guatemalan people in this whole thing is their huge faith. And many times when there isn't resources, whether you have resources or not, you can have great faith. The rich and the poor have great faith. I've seen faith in all economic situations. But what I want to say is that when you can't just go to the doctor, if you don't have the money and you can't pay for the medication, I have seen just the faith, the believing in God to heal. And even heal in situations where it's not fair, where the women are being accused and abused and treated unjustly, and children too. And it's trickled down of it's your fault. No, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. No, it's my parents' fault. It's society's fault. It's the government's fault. That can all happen. But then there's people of faith that said, no, God made a way where there is no way. He made a way where there is no way. And he's my healer, and he's my deliverer, and he's the lover of my soul. And I've seen so many faithful people in Guatemala live that way. So we've seen so many miracles because of that hunger. But also, it's not just the hunger that produces the miracle. And it's not about the faith either sometimes that produces the miracle. It's not about us. It's about God is so good. And so there are 3 principles that I really believe bring in the kingdom. One is ask. Ask and you shall receive. Number 2, seek. Seek and you will find. If you're hungry, seek. And number 3 is knock. And the door will be open to you. Perseverance. And if it's not the first door, it's the second door. Keep knocking. Keep asking. Keep seeking. Keep knocking. And that's our word of encouragement for everyone today that are in a situation where they feel like they're suffocating from blame and shame and guilt, and the weight's too heavy. Matt's getting to the point where this 45 pounds is too heavy. This morning, our daughter went out to walk with him, and just to have a friend at your side, a faithful friend, someone to walk beside you when you have to, it's his weight to bear this week. It's his weight to bear. We can't carry it with him, but we can encourage him. He's carrying this weight so that he sees a change and he wants to be the change. And we really encourage a lot of people this morning to be the change. Buenos días, hermano Giovanni. Aquí estoy en Canadá, en mi jardín, hablando de avergüenza. Hablando de la cultura de que está en el mundo ahora, de culpar a otros y no reconocer nuestra parte y no cargar nuestras propias cargas y y no apoyar a nuestro prójimo. Y eso es muy importante. Y hay bastantes guatemaltecos que están en unidad, que ama uno a otro, que apoye, que hace lo que necesita para bendecir. Pero también hay que tiene que andar solo, que no tiene apoyo. Y hay mujeres hoy que están atrapados en ciclos de abuso, niños también. Y queremos ver un rompimiento de eso. Y por eso Mateo está caminando hoy y es poco frío. Yo tengo mi poncho, estoy en mi patio esperándolo y vamos a darle un masaje cuando regresa. Entonces, saludos a toda mi familia guatemalteca esta mañana y bendiciones. So just talking to my Guatemalan family because we have viewers on both sides. Y también yo quiero animar a todos en Guatemala que el día 20 de agosto vamos a tener un evento para apoyar mujeres, familias. Queremos ver una transformación y sanidad en la familia guatemalteca. Entonces, juntar con nosotros el 20 de agosto. Y yo voy a dejar más información abajo. So we're having an event too right now in Guatemala. They're going to have a huge event on the 20th of August, a family event. There'll be sports, soccer, face painting. They all have such amazing good food. They're going to cook and sell traditional food there and have a family style day. They'll have an obstacle course, competitions, and we want to see, and the Guatemalans are getting behind this, they want to see the transformation. And we really want to see, I think the whole world is just desiring to get out of this blame, shame thing. Right now, just after the pandemic, there's just an insecurity. I don't know if other people can feel it. This insecurity. We've been wearing masks. We've been hiding behind something. We have been living in a place of unknown. When is things going to change? How are things going to change? And that's how an abused victim lives. One day they live in hope. It's going to get better. And other days they live in, I'm trapped. I'll never get out of here. I don't have a voice. I'm going to die. And they live in that. And under that oppression, there is so much pain. There's so much suffering. And we need to shine a light. We need to be like Tia at Superstore that's like, can I help you? Can I walk with you? Like Haley this morning was walking with her dad. There are so many people that collaborate. And that's awesome. We need to collaborate, but we also need to financially give. We are growing. We are expanding in this time. There is such a need for help after the pandemic in education. 3 years of education was lost in Guatemala. We have kids going into grade 3 who can't read. And our learning centers are really, really helping kids with one-on-one tutoring so they can get back on track and they would be able to reach their goals. We teach women who haven't had the opportunity to read how to read, do math, our entrepreneurial aspect that we're working with micro businesses. There's so much that's going on. The psychology, receiving free psychology for adults who would never be able to afford it. And I have counseling sessions even today, this morning and tomorrow, where I'll continue working with my clients throughout the summer. So this is some of the things that we're doing, and none of this will be possible without your support. So we just really encourage you. Today is our halfway day. And I want to put out a challenge. I want to put out a challenge for Matt's carrying 45 pounds. So I want to see 45 sponsors today, 45 new sponsors. Message me personally to let me know that you want to give. And any amount is great. We want to hit that goal today of 45 sponsors, new sponsors that we haven't had before. 45 people I'm encouraging today to give what you can to this event. It's easy. Go on to www.overcomewithgood.ca and I'll leave all the information in the comments. But we need this. We need this money. We're growing and growing. And I dreaming of a social worker to come on with us, another psychologist and teacher. We're opening up our baking center soon, and there's more construction that needs to be done so that we can help single moms. So there's so much going on, and every dollar, like, this isn't me because I don't usually talk about the money, honey, but I'm going to talk about the money because this goes to such a great cause. Here's my coffee. What does it say on it? I don't think you can see it, my finger. It's cute. It's a cute coffee cup. I'm distracted by myself. Okay, the money. We need money. We need money. How can you resist me? You want to give money to these people. So 45 people today, 45 new donors. We're asking to give into this project. 100% of the donation goes into helping the communities. Matt and I don't make money off any of the stuff that we do. We have a nonprofit organization called Community Transformation Foundation, and all of the donations go in. We don't take an administration fee. We don't take anything from it. All of the money goes towards the need. And I think that's awesome. We set up our organization 20 years ago that way. Our support as missionaries, our support as workers comes from a separate area. It's not being touched, any of this part. So that's cool, right? That is really good. So you can feel like, this money's going into good, rich soil. So anyways, I love talking to you all. There's not very many people on. It's quite early this morning. I hope you see this video. Yeah. Entonces, qué bueno ver a ustedes esta mañana. Bendiciones a mis queridos amigos en Guatemala. Estamos luchando y estamos confiando que Dios va a hacer algo grande. Pero Dios no hace cosas sin la obediencia de su pueblo. Entonces es tiempo, levántate y tomar su lugar. Tomar tu lugar en el mundo y obedecer a Dios. Y es tan fácil porque solo tenemos 2 leyes para cumplir. El ley de amar a Dios con todo su corazón, con todas sus fuerzas, y amar a su prójimo como ti mismo. Eso es todo. Entonces todo está para Él. Y a través de obediencia, porque el Espíritu Santo mismo va a hablar a su corazón, va a decir cosas especiales a su corazón hoy. Si tiene un problema, si está atrapado en ciclos de abuso, aquí estamos para apoyar. Estamos ubicados en Pozo de Agua. Nuestra asociación se llama Hijos de Dios. Tenemos personas que pueden, que están entrenados para apoyar y para orar y para entrenar a los que necesitan ayuda. Pero todos de nosotros tenemos algo para dar. Entonces es bueno no vernos como humildes y pobres que no tenemos nada. Tenemos 2 manos, tenemos talentos, tenemos ideas creativas, tenemos fe. Entonces usa y poner en práctica todos los días algo y obedecer a su papá, Dios, y Él va a abrir un camino donde no hay. Bendiciones. So I'm just saying, use your gifts. Use your hands, use your heart, use your creative ideas to bless others. Walk a mile in someone else's shoes, and you will see how blessed you are. And this is what we desire. We want to see, we know God is good, and we have seen the goodness of God here as we've walked the earth. And I know there are places right now in this world that are living in terror and that are hurting. And we need to pray. We need to pray for those places. We need to give to all these causes, to the Ukraine in prayer. There's many refugees coming into Canada right now. Let's open our arms. Let's be Canadians. Let's be hospitable. Let's open our arms. Let's not just think about, what about us? What about Canada? Canada first. Canada was never like that. Canada's never been like that. I've been in this country for 46 years. Now I'm going to preach. But Canada's always been an open arm country to love. We see the world as our neighbor. And when one suffers, we all suffer. When one rejoices, we all rejoice. And so that is my heart for you, Canadians. Let's take our masks off. Even if it's not about this. It's not about if we're a disease. It's all in here. It's in these eyes. You can see life. See? Whether I have a mask on or not. And we want to bring that life. We want to bring open arms. We want to embrace and love those who are coming into our country right now. And we want to see this country be the greatest it's ever been. And there's so much in this world that when you serve yourself, you have no purpose. Serving yourself alone gives you no purpose. You know, your higher truth, your higher self. No, there's one truth, and he is Jesus. He is a person. Serve him, love him, be in a relationship with him. He will fill you so full that you'll just flow like a river, and your banks will you'll flood. You'll flood the area around you with love and grace and provision. He is a living river of life. And whatever he touches prospers, right? So why just serve yourself? It's boring. It's a boring life. There's only so much we can do for ourselves, and we get bored of ourselves. So we need to be reaching up to Jesus, reach up. We need to reach out to each other. And we also need to reach to our own hearts and bless ourselves. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, everyone. And 45, I'm looking for 45 new sponsors today. Message me and we'll make that happen. Bless you. Talk to you soon. Bye.